Okay, this is seen Wayne's video on his channel earlier, and I just wanted to go ahead and give a situation out so people know how to protect themselves. Okay, now when they plant stuff on you, like whether it's in your car or whatever, under like for one thing, they're not gonna really do this in front of a camera. They're not. Because first off, like they would have to edit out the evidence, which means there would be a gap in the film, and then you could discredit with that. And the fact that they would do that shows that there's ill intent on their end, which would give you a case. So no, they're not gonna do shit like that if it's in front of a camera. But if it's not, then it's a whole different situation. But here's the thing: if there's anything like that they plant on you, this is what you do. You need to videotape that. Announce, but before you even leave out, just announce everything that you bring with you, and that you don't, do this or do that. Film whatever you normally carry around in your vehicle, whatever, for your own protection. And that and announce that if anything different other than what's already in there is found in there, then that is from someone else. For my case, I never do drugs, okay? Never. I don't even hang around the people who even remotely do them. I don't even hang around people who even seem like they do them. And you will see this in public that I always reject the conversation with people like that. I got a clean record, always have been. So since I don't hang around, and I'm not talking about like on PSN, I'm talking about like just out there, like outside, out there in the field. Now, everywhere I go, I got surveillance on me 24/7. So it works to my benefit. I mean, I'm not going nowhere shady, so clearly, like, that's not going to be happening. And I think they realized about that shit because, like, I mean, like, all I do is just go to work, go straight home, go grocery shopping, or go and get to, like whatever else I'm gonna get when it comes to my health and daily needs. I don't associate with people who do any of this shit. And you know something? I think my cousin, I think she's a fucking, I think she was hanging around a fucking perp. I seriously fucking do because what happened a while back, and this happened like when I was watching my aunt's house. Now I'm the only motherfucker there. I wasn't expecting nobody to be there at all. No one. They were not announced. They were not informed. Nothing. You want to know what those two were doing? They pulled up in front of my aunt's house and they were smoking drugs. The smell was getting in through from the front, going all into her house. So I'm like, no. And you want to know what I think that they were doing? I think that they were trying to gas the smell in there, basically. Now, if I catch some shit like that, I'm immediately gonna alert the authorities, and I'm immediately gonna, alert the staff if I find some shit like that here. Because first off, I know it ain't me, and that's my evidence that someone else was in here. Um, one thing you don't ever want to do though, is put your fingerprints on the shit. Don't. Don't ever do that. Understand that these perps, I have never once seen these perps use gloves, man, during their shit. And it's basically so that they can have, they want to maintain camouflage at all times. Again, I have never seen them use gloves at all. Now, I don't know if they do. I don't know. I really don't know. Seeing as the methods that they take, I have absolutely no idea. But yeah, man. Like if you have a vehicle and you see some shit was planted, don't ever touch it. I don't give a fuck who the fuck tells you to grab it. If it's the police, fuck them. Do not touch that shit at all. Don't. Because understand, when you do that, you are planting your own fingerprints on said object. This is why I always tell everybody, do not accept a damn thing from a perp for two reasons. First off, anything or with anything could be on it or in it. Number nine, the next thing, always carry around an audio recorder with you. Always do this. Always do this for your own protection. Number three, and I'm gonna repeat this again. Don't ever touch anything that is planted by these perps, because you never know what's on it, you never know what it has, and you never know why they put it there. Now, I've dealt with a lot of shit that they tried doing to me. I'm not gonna repeat what it is though, because as you all are listening to this, so are they. But I will say this much, and I'm glad they listening, because if they try a situation like that, just understand this. That's going to give me a case against them, because then I'm going to have evidence that there is planted evidence that is being put up against me. So, I mean, I know how to take care of the situation, and I know how to handle that. But, which is why I always wear gloves when I head out. But that's actually my recommendation to all TIs. I'm warning you all, they lace doorknobs. They lace different areas with nano with their bare hands. I have witnessed this twice. I seen a guy do this at both down here where I live at, and also at some other random store. I'm not naming any specific locations as to when this happened or where. But that's just to give you a gist of an idea of how far that they go. Whew. Honestly, when you live in a house though, and it's not as you don't have a security system installed. Here's the thing: a lot of people are going to tell you not to really get a security system because it's very costly, and that they can just hack into it. I get that. I understand that. But here's the thing. If you got a security system through your internet service provider, they're already working with the perps. So what you want to get is one that is not through an internet service provider. And you don't want one that, how should I say? You don't want one that is connected to the outlets, because they could just turn the power off and then bam, the security system is off. The thing that you want is a security system that's connected, that there's 24 hours, that's connected to the it's going to have to be connected to the Wi-Fi anyway. But what it does is it records a full full length of vids, right? Now, if there is a gap or a stoppage of anything on that, if there is, do a video to announce that it's not you that's doing it. So if something is tampered with that, then that shows that someone had some intent to enter your premises while you were gone. That's why they tampered with said evidence. If they tamper with a security camera, that shows intent for them to enter your premises. And that's unlawful, and that's known as intrusion. Now, if you got a lease, that's breaking the lease agreement right there. And depending on how many violations, you could actually sue to get every bit of your money back. And so even right now, like, they are just, I mean, I know exactly precisely a lot of the shit that I can do right now, but they are really covering their asses right now. Like, seriously, I mean, no joke. They are really covering their asses, because even if they, because it's just basically like the minute they make a move, the minute that they do, and they have tried this countless of times. I've lost count by this time, but each time they did, I was already ready for it. I was immediately ready for it, and it's just when you have a scenario like that, man, like I get the feeling that like they just do not want me to communicate with other TIs on a live stream. They really do not want that, or at least for me to be talking out. I don't know. It's not much of a difference. I've already communicated with TIs so many times prior to now. But yeah, man, like it's just a crazy situation out there. You gotta be very careful. If they plan anything on you, do not ever touch it. If the police show up and they ask you, like, can you grab it out of the vehicle? Tell them immediately decline, saying no, I am not touching said object because I am not the one who put said object there. If I was to touch said object, it would literally put my fingerprints on said object. You have a right to deny that. You're not obligated to actually grab anything like that out. And this is why I also say announce and do a documentation on everything that's in your vehicle, on your person. Do that. Even this right here, this is basically my documentation of my situation. If as far as things are concerned, but if they try that shit again, that the people trying to smoke that shit near me, I'm just gonna call the police on their ass immediately because that they will have no choice but to lock they fucking ass up. So I don't think they're gonna try no stupid shit like that, man. I don't think they are. Because first off, they can't deny the shit because you'd be able to smell it on them first off. But yeah, man, like I don't deal with people like that, man. I honestly don't. Because first off, here's the deal. By you associating with people like that, here's the basic thing about that, right? When you associate with people like that, on a date, and I don't mean just like random conversation. I'm talking about basically conversation of like an everyday type of thing, like a buddy buddy type of thing. That's the conversation I'm talking about. When you have a conversation with people like that on a day-to-day basis, um, and they know this, it basically gives off the appearance of association. So if you see that these people or anyone around you is basically not a civilized person at all, and they're most likely doing some unlawful shit, don't associate with them, because understand that shows conversion of character, and you don't want that. And what I mean by conversion of character, that gives them the ability to convert and literally just announce something of your character. Now, as for me, look, and this is my statement, and it's true to the letter. All I ever do is I'm either home, going to work, or I'm going food shopping, or I'm going hobby shopping. What's my hobby? Video games. But sometimes even reading books too. I don't just keep my mindset a lot, attached to the fucking screen all the time. Well, mostly I don't. But yeah, also like if I'm not playing video games, I'll read a book. But I haven't really even bothered buying any, and you should already know why. The damn perps. They'll use just